NASA has been celebrating after engineers managed to fix their Voyager 1 probe. It was a big task. The retired Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield described it like this. Imagine a computer chip fails in your 1977 vehicle. Now imagine it's in interstellar space, 15 billion miles away. Well, NASA's Dr. Linda Spilker is the Voyager project scientist, and she joins us now. Linda, thank you. Now, quite the mission. We'll get into that in a moment, but also relief celebrations for you.
Oh, definitely relief. I'm all smiles, and the flight team is so happy to once again have meaningful conversations with Voyager 1.
And let's go to what went wrong. The spacecraft, as we understand it, it had been sending gibberish back.
Right. We weren't getting any useful information back. Something had failed, and so we tried turning parts on and off. Finally figured out it was a failure in one of the chips in the computer. And so there was a section of the computer memory no longer working, so we had to reprogram what was in that memory, move it to a different location, link everything back together, and send everything up in a patch. And then on Saturday morning, we watched as Voyager 1 sent its first commands back, and we knew we were back in communication once again.
So back in communication, is it completely up to scratch now from what it was sending before?
Well, we have engineering data coming back, so we know about the health and safety of the spacecraft. The next step is going to be to develop a patch so we can send back the science data. That will really be exciting to once again start learning about interstellar space and what's going on there that we've missed since November.
And so tell us a bit more about Voyager 1, its mission, what it's been sending back.
Well, Voyager 1 is now in interstellar space. It's 24 billion kilometers away from the Earth. If you use the Earth-Sun distance, that's 163 astronomical units. Been sending information back about the environment around the spacecraft, the cosmic rays, the magnetic field, what that environment is created by the explosions of supernovas. We've crossed out that boundary between the sun and interstellar space and exploring for the first time ever interstellar space.
I know communications were affected. Was any of the data gathering affected during that time when it was malfunctioning, the chip?
Well, Voyager sends back data in real time, and so we don't have a chance to go back and recapture the data that came down since November. So going forward, we'll just start when we point the Deep Space Network stations, like the one in Australia. We point that at Voyager. We'll get the science data back. In a few more weeks, that's how long they think it'll take to get that code up and running. And we're really looking forward to it.
I've got to say, I love that the first port of call was still to turn things off and on again, even at that level.
That's right.
Doesn't always work,
like
though.
rebooting your computer. Try the easy stuff first.
Yeah. Now, what life is left in Voyager 1? What are you expecting from it?
Well, we're hoping that both Voyager spacecraft will last until their 50th anniversary in about 3 years. And if everything goes well and we don't have any more hardware failures, it's possible that the Voyagers could last into the 2030s. After that, the power is going to be getting so low, we've turned off many of the systems already, that eventually the Voyagers will become silent, and then each carries a golden record. That record has pictures, sights, and sounds of Earth, and they will become our silent ambassadors going out into space.